expansion of railways in the hilly states and northeastern region, and modernization of the rail safety systems will be prime focus areas. We will encourage research and development and high-level local manufacturing for railway systems. A fast, time-bound and well-monitored program for extension of the National Highways program will be initiated to overcome the stagnancy of the past few years. Low-cost airports will be developed to promote air connectivity to smallest towns. The government will evolve a model of port-led development. Our long coastline will become the gateway for India's prosperity. My government will facilitate modernization of existing ports on one hand and development of new world-class ports on the other hand. Stringing together the Sagarmala projects, we will connect the ports with the hinterland through road and rail. Inland and coastal waterways will be developed as major transport routes. Honourable members, my government will come out with a comprehensive national energy policy and focus on development of energy, related infrastructure, human resource and technology. The aim of the government will be substantially augmented electricity generation capacity through judicious mix of conventional and non-conventional sources. It will expand the national solar mission and connect households and industries with gas grids. Reforms in the coal sector will be pursued with urgency for attracting private investment in a transparent manner. The international civil nuclear agreements will be operationalized and nuclear power projects for civilian purposes will be developed. My government is conscious of the fact that our urban infrastructure is under severe stress. Soon, 50% of our population would be residing in urban areas. Taking urbanization as an opportunity rather than a challenge, the government will build 100 cities focused on specialized domestic and specialized domains and equipped with world-class amenities. Integrated infrastructure will be rolled out in model towns to focus on cleanliness and sanitation. By the time the nation completes 75 years of its independence, every family will have a pakka house with water connection, toilet facilities, 24/7 hours electricity supply and access. Honourable members, while putting the country on a high growth path, my government will keep sustainability at the core of our planning process. My government strongly believes that environmental conservation can go hand in hand with development. To achieve this, environment and forest clearance systems will be made more predictable, transparent and time-bound. Simultaneously, an effective system will be developed for sound appraisal process and strict compliance of clearance conditions, especially those relating to rehabilitation of displaced communities and regeneration of forests. Cleaner fuels will be promoted to bring down pollution levels in our cities. Government will earnestly take up mitigation works to meet the challenges posed by climate change and will closely work with the global community In this regard, conservation of the Himalayan ecology will be a priority area for my government. A national mission on Himalayas will be launched. In the recent past, serious concerns have been expressed regarding use of discretionary powers in allocation of our precious natural resources. The government will formulate clear and transparent policies on allocation of critical natural resources such as coal, minerals and spectrum. River Ganga is a part of our rich culture, rich cultural heritage, a symbol of faith and the lifeline of millions. However, Ganga continues to remain polluted, with many stretches of the river becoming dry in the lean season. My government will take all necessary steps to ensure a perennial, clean and pristine Ganga. Our rich cultural heritage is the very foundation on which rests the unity of our diverse nation. Indian languages are repositories of our rich literature, history, culture, art and other achievements. My government will launch a national mission, e-Bhasha, that will develop digital vernacular content and disseminate our classic literature in different languages. My government will also provide the required resources for the maintenance and restoration of national heritage sites. India has a vast untapped potential for tourism, which can play a special role in the socio-economic progress. The government will initiate a mission mode project to create 50 tourist circuits that are built around the specific themes, with a view to encouraging pilgrimage tourism. A national mission for beautifying and improving the amenities and infrastructure at pilgrimage centers of all faiths will be launched. My government recognizes the central role of science and technology in raising the quality of life. It will encourage and incentivize private sector investments, both domestic and foreign, in science and technology and in high-end research aimed at nurturing innovation. My government will build world-class research centers in the fields of nanotechnology, material sciences, thorium technology, brain research and STEM cells. The government will establish institutes of technology for rural development and central universities of Himalayan studies. Honorable members, the government will maintain a vigil in the areas of internal security. A policy of zero tolerance towards terrorism, extremism, riots and crime will be pursued. The states will be assisted for modernizing police infrastructure and equipment to tackle new forms of terrorism, including narco-terrorism and cyber threats. A national plan will be chalked out in consultation with the state governments to effectively curb incidents of communal violence and challenges posed by left-wing extremism. My government will take steps to equip the security forces with the latest technology and to improve their working conditions. My government will carry out reforms in the defense productions to increase efficiency and economy. It will encourage domestic industry, including the private sector, to have a large share in the design and production of the defense equipment. We will introduce policies to strengthen technology transfer, including through liberalized FDI in defense production. With the readily available skilled human resources, India can emerge as a global platform for defense manufacturing, including software, which will strengthen our defense and spur industrial development as well as exports. The country is proud of its armed forces. They serve the nation with professionalism, dedication, and valor. Securing our nation and supporting relief and rescue operations in the wake of disaster and calamities. We will strengthen defense preparedness by modernizing our armed forces and addressing the shortage of manpower on priority. Recognizing the importance of coastal security, my government will set up a national maritime authority. My government will do everything to repay the debt of our brave and selfless soldiers. It will appoint a Veterans Commission to address their grievances so that they know that we do not stop caring for them when they retire from active service. The government will build a national war memorial to honor the gallantry of our soldiers. One rank, one pension schemes will be implemented. Honorable members, India's foreign policy, with its civilizational roots and heritage, is based on the principles of developing peaceful and friendly relations with all countries. We will pursue our international engagement based on enlightened national interest, combining the strength of our values with pragmatism, leading to a doctrine of mutually beneficial relationship. My government is committed building a strong, self-reliant and self-confident India regarding its rightful place in the Committee of Nations. My government sent a unique and bold signal to the South Asian region and the world by inviting for the first time in independent India leaders of all South Asian neighbors to the swearing-in ceremony of the new Council of Ministers on May 26. We are grateful to them for accepting the invitation at such a short notice. Their participation, as also the gracious presence of the Prime Minister of Mauritius, not only added scene to the ceremony, but also represented a celebration of democracy in the region and convergence of our shared hopes and aspirations. This showed my government's commitment and determination to work towards building a peaceful, stable and economically interlinked neighborhood, which is essential for the collective development and prosperity of the South Asian region. We will further work together with South Asian leaders to revitalize SAARC as an effective instrument for regional cooperation and as a united voice on global issues. At the same time, we will never shy away from raising issues of concern to us at a bilateral level. We emphasize that the future of shared terms and an end to export of terrorism to neighbors. Honourable members, my government will engage energetically with other neighbours in our region, including China, with whom we will work to further develop our strategic and cooperative partnership. We will strive to make progress in the many initiatives that are ongoing with Japan, especially in the field of building modern infrastructure in our country. Russia remains a privileged and strategic partner, and my government will build further on the firm foundation of this relationship. India and the United States have made significant progress in developing strategic partnership over the years. My government will bring a renewed vigor to engagement and intensify it in all areas, including trade, investment, science and technology, energy and education. India also values broad-based cooperation with Europe. The government will make concerted efforts to achieve progress in key areas with the European Union as well as its leading members. To fully realize our soft power potential, there is a need to integrate it into our external interchange with particular emphasis on our rich spiritual, cultural and philosophical heritage. The government will revive Brand India riding on our strengths of 5 T's: tradition, talent, tourism, trade and technology. Across the world, we have a vibrant, talented and industrious Indian diaspora that is a source of great pride for us. They have done pioneering work in diverse fields, held the highest public offices, and have worked hard to support the localities and families in India. While they have contributed immensely to their adopted country, they also carry a little flame of India in their hearts that can light up promise of a change in our country. 100 years ago, in 1915, India's greatest Pravasi Bharatiya, Mahatma Gandhi, returned home and transformed the nation's destiny. The next Pravasi Bharatiya Divas in January 2015 will thus be a special occasion. As we celebrate the centenary of Gandhiji's return to India, we would also take steps that would deepen every Pravasi Bharatiya's connection with India and involve them in India's development. Honourable members, the people of India have given a clear mandate. They want to see a vibrant, dynamic and prosperous India. They want to see a resurgent India regarding the admiration and regaining the admiration and the respect of the international community. Brimming with hope and expectations, they want quick results. With 3 Ds of democracy, demography and the demand on our side, India is poised to actualize these aspirations. We must rise to the occasion to fulfill these great expectations. In 60 months from now, we should be able to say with confidence and pride that we have done it. Thank you. Jai Hind.